Hey guys, this is Superstar0717 here with my updated Karakuri deck. I did play a couple of duels today, not on Dueling Network. I went to locals. The deck did pretty well. I did get smashed though by the Saber deck. I got smashed by a Samurai deck. So I did, make some changes to the deck throughout the day. And now this is the build that I've tried at locals, and I've also tried on Dueling Network, and it seems to be working out pretty well. And it did fix some of the major issues that I had at first with the deck. Sorry about that. I did fix some of the issues that I had at first with the deck. So let me go over the monster lineup. 3 Ninishi, 2 Strategists, 2 Soldier, 2 Haipa, 2 Nanishick, 1 Merchant, 2 Granel, 2 Pashuul, 1 Kuick for the spells, 3 Cast Shed, 2 Machine Dupe, 2 Noblemans, 2 enemy controllers, 2 instant fusions, a mind control, Monster Reborn, Giant Trunade. If you have any hollow versions of these, hit me up. I might want to trade you for those. A limiter, Pot of Avarice. I need a hollow one as well. 3 Decree, 1 Reinforced Truth, and 1 Torrential. Sorry, but I also need the hollow Pashuul. So if you have the dual terminal ones, let me know. So obviously, I guess first the new card that I have is Pashuul. Pashuul is just good because it's a good first turn stat. When they try to go off, you can set Pashuul. He usually when well, not necessarily sabers. But usually when samurais go off, they usually don't bring out a Bionic, so Pashuul just sits there in defense, takes all their attacks, and then lets you combo out next turn. Pashuul also is an Earth Tuner who lets you go into all the Naturia Synchros, so it's a plus, and as well, he's also good because he gives you a consistent way to go into Bionic and Barkion. The biggest problem that I had with this deck was it was very situational when you were going to get out Barkion. I believe the only option was really, mind controlling a level 3 monster and then using one of your level 3 tuners. That was the only way I could ever do it. Now I have Pashuul and like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 non-tuners that can easily go into Barkion. So Pashuul is good main deck. He's an Earth, so he's great in the deck. 3 Cast Shed necessary, 2 Machine Dupe. A lot of people, I don't subscribe to these forums, but I have been looking online for new variations of the deck. A lot of people really don't like this card. They say it leads to overextending. However, when you do have a Granel in hand, you really don't have to be afraid about overextending, because if they do wipe your board clean, you just drop that with 4,000, and he's a good wall. He's just fucking broken against what's it called, samurais. 2 Noblemans. He's put in work all day, hitting just deep prisons, bottomlesses, compulsories. I saw him warning, but he had to reuse 1, so it was kind of useless, but I mean it still did work. 2 enemy controller, 2 instant fusions, 1 mind control, 1 reborn, 1 giant trunade, 1 dark hole, just staple stuff. Mind control is good. You're running like 7 tuners, so mind control puts in work in this deck. Limiter for game is amazing. Playing this guy, I had a set Decree, this in hand. I had a pretty good field, and I had limiter in hand as well. And he blew up my field. He dark holed me. I didn't have anything against it, so I had this set. He set a Spore as a bluff. I thought it was a Raikou. I was pretty scared that it was a Raikou. I'm not gonna lie. So I draw a Haipa, and I thought, go for broke. Swing with Haipa, swing with Spore, swing with Granel, and then drop limiter for 8,000, and it was just fucking awesome. That was earlier on Dueling Network with this current build. I do believe this build is better than the last one. Defissure is a good card, but I do believe it's better sideboarded. So just know that. It's still a good card in the deck, and the deck still functions without it. However, mid to late game against Gravekeepers, I always found out that I would usually have like 1 or 2 monsters in my deck, and it would just suck. So, Pot of Avarice refills your deck, lets you draw 2, and helps you get those combos going again. So Pot's good in this deck. I really did miss it when I didn't use it. 3 Decrees, pretty staple, in my opinion, in this deck. You really need your place to go off. And with these on the field, there's only 1 card in the deck that can really stop you. I mean, I guess 2 if they're running enemy controller, but Book of Moon's the only card that can stop you. 1 Reinforced Truth, just a good way to get out Pashuul. I like going quick or level 4 Reinforced Truth into Reinforced Truth in phase of them. Then bring out level 4 and go into Barkion, and Barkion is just like a World Decree. Usually by the time I set up the Barkion play, I'll have a good number of cards in the graveyard for Barkion, so he's pretty good. and a Torrential. I did find a lot of times I would set this and have a card in hand. Earlier I tried testing Anatomy, and my Anatomies would just fail, so I took out the 2 Anatomies for these 2, and I did change the deck a little bit. I put in the Pashuul, so Torrential and Reinforced Truth give me those, I can stop their plays on their turn before they bring out the Shien, before they bring out the Grandmaster. So Torrential's good. Reinforced Truth is good. I love Torrential first turn. It's just too good. Reinforced Truth is just amazing. Brings out the Pashuul, and they're in phase. I can sync with it. Brings it out during their battle phase. Stops the attacks. I take 1,000 during my standby phase. But it's well worth the cost. You do just have to play around the 3 decrees, and you do have to understand that these aren't always going to be there. So these 2 become live after a couple turns. So this is the deck. I'm still not running Anatomy. I just think Nanishick is just better. He lets you draw 2 cards just like Anatomy, and he's in your deck and you can sync for. Without Anatomy, you'd really have to focus on Bure. However, I do believe the deck's strong point is Buredo, which is why 3 plus 5 is 8. 5 plus 2 is 7. So he's just too good not to run. And also on your opponent's turn, he changes the defense when he's attacked, and I do believe that you get to draw off the Buredos. I do have to check that though on the rulings page. That's what someone told me today. So this is the deck. If you have any fixes, I am trying to fit in the Book of Moon. The deck runs fine without it. However, I do just want that extra security. So if you do see anything you can take out for the book, let me know. And if you do have any of the foil versions of any of the cards in this deck, let me know. So this is Superstar 0717. Rate, comment, subscribe, guys. Thanks.